So as you can see, I've been doing some landscaping work here in our front yard. I took all this gravel from where it used to be along the edge of the house, just like over here. This was how this area looked. So I scooped out all those rocks and made a path and lined it with some logs we had laying around, just to kind of give it some structure right now. This may not be how it eventually looks, but for now it's a nice way to just create some edging and make it look really natural. And then I had to do something with this patch of ground from the house out to the path. So I pulled up the edging, the black sort of gross looking edging, got rid of that. I put down cardboard over this entire area, which took a lot of cardboard. Then I decided I was going to, well, first of all, the cardboard was to try to kill the weeds over the winter and just kind of add a weed barrier down there. So I decided that I wanted to try lasagna gardening. And the lasagna gardening style is basically like composting in place. Composting in the garden perimeter that you desire. So it's basically a process of layering brown and green materials on top of each other and giving it time to compost down. Here are nice new beds that we made. We will be adding 2 more beds, I believe, right there in front. So that's to come. But so for my lasagna layers, I tried to find materials that were just around our house, both brown and green materials. So brown materials are like cardboard, leaves, twigs, stuff like that. And the green materials are anything like food scraps or like these green branches that you can see. And both of those materials give different nutrients to the soil as it's decomposing. So I layered, like I said, the cardboard first, so that's brown. And then I put a little bit of manure on top of that. It was goat manure that we got for free. Basically a trade with a lady who lives near us. She said we could have it for free if we did the manual labor of scooping it out of her barn. So there's that down there. And I do realize that it could create a problem of weed seeds. And I'm aware of that, but I'm just gonna kind of deal with it and see how bad it is. If it is really bad, then next year I'll just lay down another layer of cardboard and try to kill those out and start over. But I added the manure because I had it, and it will give nutrients to the soil as it decomposes. Then on top of the manure, I believe I put leaves on top of that. So I took the wheelbarrow around our property and just gathered up about 5 wheelbarrowfuls of leaves and then layered that on pretty thickly, a couple inches all over this area. Then on top of the leaves, I put some twigs and branches, and that's the green stuff you see. So that came from either a spruce tree or fir tree, I'm not sure which exactly, it's the one that has the little tiny blue berries on it. So if you know what kind of tree that is, let me know in the comments. I'm not sure. It's not cedar because the wood isn't reddish colored. But anyway, so that's my green matter. And then I added some pine shavings on top of that, and I got those from the co-op in a big bag. I think I used like 3/4 bag of that, and I had to dampen it down with some water in the wheelbarrow to keep it from blowing away. I did this yesterday and it was really windy, so that helped. Then I spread that out to kind of fill in the gaps where the twigs weren't thick enough. And on top of that, then I put a mixture of compost, which I bought in a bag, and some old potting soil from like plants I had grown last year in pots. And then to that I added some kelp meal for extra bacteria to kind of revitalize that potting soil. And I added a little bit of azomite also, which contributes some trace minerals to the soil. And then I mixed it all together really well, and it looked and felt and smelled like healthy dirt, so I sprinkled it all over the top. And that is my completed lasagna garden bed here in the front for now. We will see. I'm very curious to see like how much it decomposes in the next couple months, and if it is ready to be planted in the spring. I saw some people on YouTube doing this, and they actually planted some things in it before it had decomposed to a compost kind of level. What they did was just pull back the materials a little bit and fill a tiny hole with like some compost or just really rich potting soil, and plant their plant start in that hole. So probably a seed wouldn't work because it would just fall right through this fluffy material, but you could put a start in there or a bulb maybe, and then they said that it worked just fine and that those plants were able to grow successfully. So so I'm just interested to see how this works out and if it is indeed productive for the plants I want to grow. Now this area I would like to turn into a shade garden, because in the summer this will only get full sun, like from the steps out to the path, so that's only like 2 or 3 feet really that gets full sun. The rest of it will be partial sun, and then that corner back there where the door is will have like barely any sun. So I'd like to try planting maybe some ferns and some ground covers and some different things in here that are shade tolerant. So if you have any plants that you think would look nice in this area and that I could start this spring, leave that in the comments, because that would be helpful. Otherwise I'll just be doing kind of random internet research on good flowers, herbs, and things that one can grow in shade. This is zone 6, by the way, 6B I think, where we are in Tennessee. So shade plants for zone 6. Okay, that's it for now. I just wanted to show you my progress on this front garden bed area and get your opinions if you have any on what we should plant up here. So until next time, I hope you have a great day. See you soon. Bye.